top stories. St. Kitts and Nevis has presented its Vulnerability and Resilience Country Profile pilot at a UN retreat. Warner Park is nearly ready as the countdown to the St. Kitts Music Festival enters its final days, and the police say street vending will not be permitted around the St. Kitts Music Festival venue. The details on these stories and more after the break.
It's game on. And you may not be able to predict the scoreline or who will win each game. And you sure can't predict who will be the champion. But what is predictable is that Quartz has what you need to watch the games the way you want to every time. It's game on. Quartz, bringing value home.
It's something that you can't put into words. A buzz in the air. From the time you wake up, you're ready to go. The freedom, the fantasy, the fete. To know it is to live it and love it. You have to experience it. If you know, you know. Angostura White Oak Rum. New look, same vibes inside.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I am Shaira Flanders. Nationally, St. Kitts and Nevis' Vulnerability and Resilience Country Profile Pilot Program has been showcased at a high-level United Nations retreat focused on putting the Multidimensional Vulnerability Index into practice. The initiative was featured during one of 4 thematic sessions held at United Nations headquarters, where participants examined practical approaches to measuring vulnerability and strengthening resilience in small island developing states. The session included presentations by St. Kitts and Nevis' permanent representative to the United Nations, Ambassador Mutrice Williams, and VRCP consultant Dr. Justin Ram. Discussions focused on the pilot program's methodology, its implementation, and its growing role as a tool to support evidence-based decision-making and long-term development planning. Representing Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew and Financial Secretary Carlton Poxon, Ambassador Williams reaffirmed the government's commitment to developing practical tools that can better measure vulnerability and support national development goals. The session also highlighted the importance of turning the Multidimensional Vulnerability Index into actionable national frameworks capable of informing policy, building resilience, and improving development outcomes. Meanwhile, Warner Park is rapidly taking shape as final preparations continue for the 2026 St. Kitts Music Festival, which gets underway on Thursday night. Activity has been steadily increasing at the venue as organizers and vendors work to get everything ready for 3 nights of entertainment. The ZIZ News team visited Warner Park today, where vendors were busy setting up their stalls while final touches were being put on the main stage. Loftus Bridgewater, who oversees venue logistics for the festival, says preparations are now in the final stages.
Well, I feel very good. You understand? We are at a point now where we are just days away from the festival. And based on what we planned, we are on target in terms of executions. So I think the team is very confident that we will have a successful music festival this year, and I think we're good.
Bridgewater says the team continues to look for ways to enhance the experience for both performers and patrons, with several improvements being introduced this year.
We definitely have something different from last year, but it is not for me, sorry, to divulge that. That is for you to come on the venue and see exactly what's going to happen. We have a new name for where we used to call the food area. it's now Fetland, and that experience is going to be somewhat different than it has ever been before. So it's just for the patrons to come out early. Fetland starts an hour before the actual main stage starts, and there's a lot of actions that's going to be happening over there and giveaways. So that is one of the improvements we have done this year.
He says the work being done reflects the commitment of the entire team to deliver another successful staging of the festival.
I'm very confident that we were given a strong foundation to start on. Our team that came on board the last 2-3 years, the persons before us, did their contribution in order to get it to where we took it over. It's for us not to take it to the next level. And then hopefully, if we have to depart or leave it, the other persons to take it up. So the festival is on very good foundations in regards to expanding and getting bigger. I see us in the very near future having to get a new venue, because honestly, we are actually outgrowing what was a venue that we thought was bigger than we could have filled.
And still in music festival related news, the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force is reminding the public that street vending will not be allowed in the immediate vicinity of the St. Kitts Music Festival during this year's event. Police say the measure is intended to support public safety, keep traffic moving smoothly, maintain access for emergency services, and assist with the overall management of festival activities. As a result, vendors are being advised not to set up stalls, tables, tents, carts, or other vending operations on roads, sidewalks, road verges, or other public spaces surrounding the festival venue. The police force is also warning that persons who ignore the restriction may be required to remove their operations and could face enforcement action. And after the break, this evening's upfront highlights the upcoming Nevis Mango Festival, and geothermal drilling in Nevis is expected to begin later this year. Stay with us.
This summer, the Caribbean's premier music experience returns. Welcome to the 28th edition of the St. Kitts Music Festival, featuring the incredible Kilani, Fantasia, Beres Hammond, Luciano, Soca King Marshall Montano, Soca Sensation Voice, and Vaughn. Dancehall giant Movado, Idonia, and the new wave, Valiant. Also featuring Massacre, Cranium, Taurus Riley, Steel Pulse, Dean Fraser and the Black Soil Band, Shanil Mir, Diani, Rodney Tatat, and Zoo. The legendary New Vibes Band International, Brandon and ASAP Band, Shelly and Signal Band, plus Edwin Yearwood and Crossfire, Lucas HE, and Garlic and the Upper Level Band. June 25th to June 27th, Warner Park Cricket Stadium, St. Kitts. Get your tickets now at stkittsmusicfestival.com. The St. Kitts Music Festival, where music meets paradise.
Lace your sneakers, grab a friend, and get ready for Praise Fest 2026, the Federation's premier gospel concert in collaboration with St. Kitts Music Festival. Join us on the Antioch Baptist Church grounds as we praise with Tehillah Gospel Band, Unique Touch Christian Center Praise, Brent Hoyt, Positive, and Chevel Franklin. Earthen Vessels will start it off with praise and worship. This all goes down June 21st, 2026, starting at 5:30 p.m. on the Antioch Baptist Church grounds. Secure your tickets at Sister Beverly on 4th Street, Westside Service Center, The Cable, Island Flavors, Charlestown Nevis, or any member of the Antioch Baptist Church. Or you can go online at www.antiochbaptistskn.org. Islander Water Taxis providing $40 round trip from Nevis to St. Kitts. Be first in line for an unforgettable evening.
Here are your Horse's Volume at IGA Blue Tag Specials.
Roman, June 11 to June 24th.
David Sunflower Seeds $7.99. Essential Everyday Mayonnaise is $20.99. Essential Everyday Barbecue Sauce $7.99. Essential Everyday Single Sliced cheese, just $8.99. Bluebonnet margarine quarters, $6.99. Breyers ice cream, $26.99.
And now, our value deals. Essential everyday cooking oil spray, $9.99. Essential everyday roasted peanuts, $11.99. Star tuna water and oil, $3.99. Essential everyday dish detergent, $8.99. The Colgate toothbrush, medium and soft, $4.99. VO5 shampoo and conditioner, $5.99. Shop smart, shop value mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
Hey, shop smart, shop value mart.
Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank Life is nice. You can spend it when you want it, how you like, where you like. Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank Life is nice. Home or away, any time of the day. Credit or debit, right in your pocket. With National Bank card, so many benefits. Oh yeah, the choice is yours. Just come and embrace it.
Live your life your way with purchases big or small. Mango, nuts, breadfruit and all.
You can spend it when you want it, how you like, where you like. Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank Life is nice.
Whenever you need us, we are here. Here in every little moment. Here for our communities. Stress, here in heart. Service. With you always.
The Nevis Mango Festival takes place from July 2nd to 5th, bringing together foodies to taste the many dishes put together using the island's most popular fruit. In today's episode of Upfront, we hear from Fionn Jones, Director of Sales and Marketing at the Nevis Tourism Authority, on the upcoming event. Here's more.
Welcome to today's episode of Upfront. I am your host, Ken Fuentes, and today I have with me Mr. Fionn Jones, who is the Director of Sales and Marketing at the Nevis Tourism Authority, and we are here to talk about the Nevis Mango Festival that takes place from the 2nd to 5th of July. Welcome to ZIZ again.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here. So yes, Fionn Jones, and I'm here to speak about one of the most loved festivals in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. It is the Nevis Mango Festival from July 2nd to the 5th over in Nevis.
What could we expect from this year's festival? We know there's always something new added to the festival. What could we expect for this year's festival?
Okay, so for this year's festival, it is 4 juicy days. We have one very new initiative. It's called Nevis Goes Mango. So this is where participating bars and restaurants, they will sign up, come on board, and we're going to give you a digital map, and you're able to go as you please throughout Nevis and sample those various mango-infused drinks or dishes at your own pace. So that is something new that we can expect. In addition to that, another addition is we have over 60 chefs on the Sunday for the love of mangoes. And on top of that, we are releasing a new layout. It is called the Mango City. So those are just some of the new initiatives that you can expect.
What do you think makes Mango Festival so special and such a major attraction for not just Kittitians and Nivisians, but also people from the Caribbean and around the world in general?
I think it's because of how great we cook.
Oh, yeah, we always remember about with stomach.
I know. But seriously, in all fairness, there's this new word that has been floating around a couple of years now, foodie. Yeah, and I think that is something big that I see across the world. People travel for food, and this is a great culinary masterpiece in Nevis, and I think this is what attracts persons to the island of Nevis. In addition to that, we have over 44 different varieties of mangoes.
You know, for persons on both islands, what message would you want to send to them? You know, Mango Festival is back here. Some maybe they're just coming off the hype of a music festival here in St. Kitts. So, you know, it's back-to-back things to keep the island both islands popping, right?
Yes. What I would say to everyone in St. Kitts and Nevis, come out and see what makes us special. Come out and experience your culture. Come out and experience the heritage. Come out and see why the mango really speaks to the Nivisian story. It is a culinary masterpiece. There's so much vibes at this Mango Festival. There's so much things that you can partake in, and it's a great experience, not only for you, but also for the entire family. So I would encourage everyone to come out from July 2nd to the 5th. If you haven't gotten your tickets, please get your tickets.
What are the cost of tickets right now?
It varies. 2 of the events have been sold out, but I'll focus on the Sunday event, which is very popular. There is elevated, curated VIP experience from Carambola White Sands. Early bird, it's $450, and after it will be $500. You will get your unlimited drinks. You would also have 10 to 20 samples and 5 ground tickets. Outside of that, the regular tickets, $90, 5 samples, $115, 10 samples, and $135, that will be 15 samples, and that is on the grounds. Again, over 60 chefs creating various mango-infused samples, fish, chicken, steak, ice cream, popsicles. The only thing I'm still waiting on is mango chewing gum, but yes.
Is there a theme quickly for this year's festival?
There's not a theme. We want you, though, however, to just come out beautiful as you always do every single year. And please get your tickets at www.nevismangofest.com. Again, www.nevismangofest.com. I want to see everyone at the Mango Festival this year.
Mr. Jones, thank you for your time, and I'm sure myself as well as other persons around the Federation and the Caribbean and the world are looking forward to this year's Nevis Mango Festival from July 2nd to 5th.
Yes.
And that's it for today's episode of Upfront. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good day.
Geothermal drilling in Nevis is expected to begin later this year as the island moves closer to developing a renewable energy industry capable of powering both Nevis and St. Kitts. Nevlec's General Manager A. Stapleton recently confirmed preparatory work is already underway, with active drilling expected in the latter part of 2026. The first phase of the project will include 5 wells, 3 production wells and 2 re-injection wells. Work has already begun at the Hamilton site, where land clearing, road construction, and other civil works are now underway. The drilling phase is expected to last about 17 months and will involve around 60 specialized workers on site at any given time. Public engagement activities are also expected to form part of the project, with community meetings, direct outreach, radio programs, and social media updates planned for residents in affected areas. The long-term plan includes major upgrades to Nevis's electrical network, including a 69 kilovolt transmission ring around the island and new substations to support future energy transfers. That infrastructure is expected to support an undersea interconnection between St. Kitts and Nevis, allowing excess geothermal energy to be exported across the channel. A 30-megawatt geothermal plant would produce far more electricity than St. Kitts and Nevis currently require, creating the potential for Nevis to become a net exporter of renewable energy. The project forms a major part of the Federation's Sustainable Island State agenda and its goal of achieving 100% renewable energy by 2030. In other news, Skelec is advising customers in several communities to prepare for scheduled power outages this week as the company carries out maintenance work on its electrical network. On Tuesday, June 23rd, residents in Deer Bay, Carifesta Village, Gillard Meadows, and Douglas Estate in St. Peters will be without electricity from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. On Wednesday, June 24th, customers from Christchurch to Molyneux, including Bellevue and Black Rocks, will experience an outage between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Also on Wednesday, Trafalgar Avenue, Cardin Avenue, Democrat Road, Wigley Avenue, and the West Side Service Center will be affected during the same hours. On Thursday, June 25th, customers in George Street, Bay Road, Herbert Street, and Sandown Road in Newtown can expect an interruption in service from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Meanwhile, residents in Mansion will be without electricity from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. The scheduled maintenance continues on Friday, June 26th, when customers in Lodge will experience a power outage between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Skelec is encouraging customers in the affected areas to make the necessary arrangements in advance. And coming up in regional news, a major telecommunications outage has disrupted services in St. Lucia and Dominica. And Jamaica's Prime Minister Holness says Andrew Wheatley retains his confidence despite calls for his resignation. Stay with us.
You loved the savings before, now we're doubling everything. It's the SL Horsefits Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store Double Cash Back Magic event.
Feel the magic everywhere.
Double the deals, double the savings, double the magic. Get free groceries, just double it. That means double cash back, double the free groceries, double the savings, double the magic, double the excitement across the entire store. Upgrade your living room, refresh your bedroom, transform your dining space, grab new appliances, and save bigger than ever before. Why settle for free groceries when you can double it? It's your chance to shop smarter, save bigger, and reward your family double. Visit SL Horsefits Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store now, before it's over. Double the deals, double the free groceries, double the magic, double the cash back.
Cashback magic is here.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now. If you need cash in a flash with now, no need to fuss, leave it to us. When you need cash in a flash, no need to fuss, leave it to us. Hear me now.
When life throws surprises your way, now's here to help. Whether it's for an urgent bill payment, home improvements, or unexpected health expenses, or even that last-minute holiday trip, with Now, you get cash in a flash, approved in just 24 hours.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now.
A loan product powered by National Bank.
Whenever you need us, we are here. Here in every little moment. Here for our communities. Here in laughter. Here in stress. Here in heart. Service.
A major telecommunications outage disrupted services across St. Lucia and Dominica on Sunday evening, leaving thousands of Flow and Digicel customers without reliable connectivity. The disruption began at around 5:30 p.m. and affected both residential and business customers in the two Eastern Caribbean states. Flow described the incident as a crisis-level event, while Digicel told customers it was investigating a degradation in service. Early investigations have pointed to a suspected network fault as the cause of the outage. Broadband and other data services were among those affected, with customers reporting widespread connectivity issues. Technical teams from across the region have been deployed as both companies work to restore full service. The outage highlighted the region's heavy reliance on telecommunications networks for business, education, emergency communications, and daily life. Customers in both countries are being advised to follow official channels for updates as restoration work continues. Meanwhile, Jamaica's Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has defended Cabinet Minister Dr. Andrew Wheatley amid growing calls for his resignation over recommendations that he face criminal charges. The calls follow the release of an Integrity Commission report recommending 4 charges, including illicit enrichment, over what investigators described as more than $160 million in unexplained wealth accumulated between 2013 and 2022. Holness said Wheatley retains his confidence and continues to perform important duties in the office of the Prime Minister related to artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and special projects. At the same time, the Prime Minister acknowledged that the allegations are serious and said the government will continue to monitor developments. Holness also insisted he was unaware of the Integrity Commission's investigation when he reappointed Wheatley to Cabinet in 2025. The Integrity Commission report alleges false declarations, failures to provide requested information, and unexplained omissions involving loans, investments, and property holdings. Wheatley has rejected the findings, describing them as false and misleading, and maintains that investigators failed to account for millions of dollars in rental income and loan repayments related to his real estate business. The opposition People's National Party, along with several civil society organizations, has called for Wheatley to be removed from the cabinet. And coming up, 3 students have been killed after 2 teenagers opened fire inside a high school in the Philippines. Stay with us.
Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI. Always here for you, always. NCI is here for you, always. Whole life, term life for your peace. Healthcare, health plans, no worries. Home shield coverage, you're safe. Choose NCI to secure your space. Life challenges will come your way, but NCI brightens your day. Through your life's journey, we're here to stay. NCI will protect you all the way. Whole life, term life for your peace. Healthcare, health plans, no worries. Home shield coverage, you're safe. Choose NCI to secure your space. Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI. Always here for you, always. NCI is here for you, always.
Three students have been killed and 7 others injured after 2 teenagers opened fire inside a high school in the central Philippines. Police say the shooting took place on Monday morning at San Jose National High School in Tacloban City. The suspects, aged 14 and 15, were both students at the school and have since been taken into custody. Authorities say the teenagers entered classrooms and opened fire, with some students fleeing as the attack unfolded. Most of those killed or injured were reportedly female students. Investigators say the 2 suspects told police they had been bullied at school, although officials have not yet determined whether that was the motive for the attack. One of the handguns used in the shooting is believed to have belonged to a relative who serves as a police officer and is now under investigation. Police recovered more than 40 spent shell casings from the scene. One of the suspects was arrested on the school compound, while the other was captured a short time later after fleeing to a nearby house. Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has ordered a full investigation and directed authorities to review security measures at schools and other public places. Meanwhile, health officials in the Democratic Republic of Congo are racing to contain a growing Ebola outbreak that has now claimed more than 250 lives. Confirmed cases have surpassed 1,000 since the outbreak was declared in May, with health authorities reporting 1,003 cases and 254 deaths. The outbreak is centered in Ituri province, where officials say 100 people have recovered, while hundreds of others remain hospitalized or in isolation. Health experts warn the situation could be far worse than current figures suggest, with the peak of the outbreak still expected to come. One of the biggest challenges remains contact tracing. Authorities say they have been able to track just over half of those who may have been exposed to the virus. Officials are still trying to identify the first known case and trace tens of thousands of people who may have come into contact with infected patients. The outbreak is being driven by the rare Bundibugyo strain of Ebola, for which there are currently no approved vaccines or specific treatments. Health officials say identifying the source of the outbreak and improving contact tracing will be critical to bringing the crisis under control. And up next in sports, the SKNFA Elvis Star Brown Women's League opened with 18 goals across 3 matches. And Iran's World Cup team left a message calling for peace, respect, and friendship among nations following their match against Belgium. Stay with us.
Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always, NCI is here for you, always, whole life, term life, for your peace, healthcare, health plans, no worries, home shield coverage, you're safe, choose NCI to secure your space, life challenges will come your way, but NCI brightens your day, through your life's journey, we're here to stay, NCI will protect you all the way, whole life, term life, for your peace, healthcare, health plans, no worries, home shield coverage, you're safe, choose NCI to secure your space, trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always, NCI is here for you, always.
Thank you for staying with us. The SKNFA Elvis Star Brown Women's League got off to a high-scoring start over the weekend, with 18 goals scored across the opening 3 matches. Bath United opened the season with a 4-1 victory over Security Forces, giving the Nevis-based club an early 3 points. Keon Rockets also made a strong start, cruising to a 7-0 win over St. Paul's United. And in the final match of the opening round, Newtown United matched that scoreline, blanking Old Road Lady Jets 7-0 to cap an impressive opening weekend. With 3 convincing victories and plenty of goals, the Women's League has made an exciting start to the new season. Meanwhile, Iran's national football team left a message of peace and unity in their dressing room following their World Cup match against Belgium in Los Angeles. The handwritten note was discovered after Iran's goalless draw in their second Group G match. The gesture comes as Iran continues to compete at the World Cup amid ongoing tensions between its government and the United States, one of the tournament's 3 host nations. The message described Iran as a nation with a long and enduring history and said the team had arrived in LA with pride, competed with honor, and was leaving with dignity. The players also thanked the city of Los Angeles for its hospitality and expressed appreciation to Iranian supporters who backed the team throughout its first 2 matches of the tournament. The note concluded with a message calling for peace, respect, and friendship among all nations. It also referenced a deadly attack on a girls' school in Minab, where more than 160 people were reportedly killed on the first day of the conflict. And when we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
Yeah, man. Another day in the books. Well, hello there. Ooh, she pretty from head to toe, and are you ready to go? Wait there. Whew. Can't afford to slip up. Not even in my dreams.
Recapping the top stories, St. Kitts and Nevis has presented its Vulnerability and Resilience Country Profile pilot at a United Nations retreat. Warner Park is nearly ready as the countdown to the St. Kitts Music Festival enters its final days, and the police say street vending will not be permitted around the St. Kitts Music Festival venue. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Major Newscast. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been your presenter, Shaira Flanders. Have a good one.